It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another live stream Q&A video. This is going to be Q&A number 117. So let's see how many people are online here. 2 people watching, so let's wait a few minutes for more people to show up. But I do want to mention something very quickly, or 2 things. The first thing is I missed yesterday's video. I was supposed to do a, it was going to be the first video for it, but it's going to be the top 10 ranked type of video. It's what I call a Throwback Thursday video. And we do these videos for the off season when The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead is not on. So that's on Thursdays. I was supposed to do it yesterday. I missed it. So I'm planning on doing that tonight. If I can't get to it tonight, which might or might not happen, then definitely by tomorrow afternoon, my time. So it'll be like tomorrow at 12 or at 11 a.m. I think at the latest. Tomorrow 11 a.m. Mountain Time, it should be posted. So if not tonight, then definitely tomorrow. But the other thing that I do want to talk about is the suggested videos. So of course we're doing this thing every Friday night during the live stream that we have, which is this one, where if you ask at least one question, and you have to have at least one question, if you ask, then your name will be put in a draw or put in a hat sort of thing. And if your name is drawn, then you are the winner and you can suggest a video for the coming up week. Last week's suggested video was a very good one. It was coming from Giuseppe De Rosa. He won that. Actually, I think it was someone else that won and gave it to Giuseppe De Rosa, which was very nice of them to do. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, definitely I'll make sure to go back and check for the next video and let you guys know. But yeah, that was very nice of him to do, but that's how we're doing it. So if you win, then you can suggest a video for the next week. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do tonight as well. But let's just wait a few minutes here for people to show up. We have only 1 person watching at the moment. And once we're waiting, I'll kind of pull up something that we're gonna need later. I'll just pull it up here. Giuseppe De Rosa, hey Ash, hey, how are you? Glad you could join. Here, we'll do this one. We'll use this one this time. I can't find the old tool that I was using to draw the names, but we'll use this one. All right, back to the question. Giuseppe De Rosa, I'm out right now eating, but when I get home, I'll join again. Thank you. I appreciate you joining even now. And yeah, thank you for the support, man. Oh, by the way, my camera battery may be low. I don't know. I didn't check, but it might die. So in case my battery on my camera dies, I'll use the webcam on my computer. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but it might. And yeah, so we're gonna aim for another 45 minutes again this time. Usually it's 30 minutes live stream Q&As, but we'll do 45 minutes. So 45 minutes of questions and answers, and then we'll shut it down. And then, if I get to it, I'll get to the ranking video that I talked about. If not, I'll work on that tomorrow. But the live stream tonight is just going to be 30 minutes. Or yeah, 45 minutes plus like 10 minutes of me drawing the names. All right, while we're still waiting, I do want to mention I have a poll on my Twitter channel, on my Twitter for the channel. It's about Fear the Walking Dead. So if you haven't heard, there was a big news that 2 characters are going to be coming back in season 5 of Fear the Walking Dead. One is going to be Daniel Salazar, and the other is going to be Troy Otto. Now, my poll is related to that, and I will definitely do a standalone video on that. But that's the news. Troy and Daniel Salazar are coming back. Daniel Salazar, we all knew he was going to come back at some point, so it wasn't anything shocking. But for Troy, if you don't know why this is so weird, go back and take a look at the last scene we had with Troy. Look at what happened to him. But definitely do participate in my poll as well if you're interested in participating. And yeah, I'll kind of look at the poll as well when I'm doing my standalone video on that, which is going to be maybe tomorrow, maybe on Sunday. Right now, there is no participation yet. I posted it this morning, but yeah, but it's open for 6 days, so you can still go and participate. We'll just wait a few more minutes here for people to show up. I thought there'll be more activity. Oh, Nova Jenks 75. Here we go. Hi Ash, do you think Magnus Group will earn their keep at Hilltop, or have they already done so since Tara is not the de facto leader of Hilltop? I think when they went to save Jesus, they already did that in a way. And based on some of the images that we have, or even the teaser or the trailer that we have, there's several scenes with Tara and Magnus Group together. And of course, Jesus is not going to be there now to say whether they can stay or not. So it has to be on the next leader. Could be Tara. I don't like the idea of Tara being a leader, but it could be Tara for the time being. Or it could be Daryl. I have a suspicion that Daryl is going to take over Hilltop in some way, shape, or form. Until Maggie comes back, of course. So I think if that doesn't happen, then Tara would definitely need to decide, yes. And I think that she has already decided that they can stay because, like I said, in the trailer, there are several scenes of them together, Tara and Magnus Group, and also in the images that we've got. So there's a very good chance that Tara's just going to let them stay because they earned their keep by going and trying to save Jesus. And if it's Daryl instead of Tara, then I feel like he would probably let them stay as well. It's probably going to work the same way. They're both going to trust them at this point because of what they did, tagging along with Michonne to save Jesus. Noah James 75. Also speaking of Magna, do you think Nadia Hiker is doing a great job portraying Magna? Am I pronouncing that right? Nadia Hilker. There we go. Hilker, yeah. Nadia Hilker is doing an amazing job. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had my own kind of thoughts about who Magna was from the comics, but seeing Magna portrayed by this actress just makes me see this character in a different way, which I absolutely appreciate. And I love that this actress has been able to do what it has to the actress or to the character. And in a way, I think even at this point in the story, Magna in the TV show is more interesting than Magna in the comics. There definitely has been some very interesting stuff with Magna that we're going to see later on, but up to this point, Magna from the comics versus Magna in the TV show, Magna in the TV show is more interesting. And I think how the actress is portraying that character has a lot to do with why that's the case. Animated Alex, hello Ash, how's your day? My day is great, how about you? And for those of you that are just joining us, I have a poll on Twitter of the channel. Link is in the description. It's related to Fear the Walking Dead. If you're interested in participating, there's 6 days left. You can go and participate in the poll. All right, let me bring this back. There we go. Nova Jenks 75. What is Magna's status in the comics? Is she still alive? Does she have a same relationship she has with Michonne right now in the comics? Well, Michonne in the comics is a lot different than Michonne in the show. And where they are, mentally even, is different. But yeah, Magna is in the comics. She's still alive. She actually recently was seen in the latest issue, which dropped yesterday, or earlier this week, Wednesday. And yeah, so she's still there. She's still alive. Her relationship with Michonne is a little bit different because, well, one thing, Michonne is not leader of Alexandria in the comics. Rick is still alive. And the other reason is that Michonne is not with Rick in the comics. She was with Andrea, who died a while back. So, and Andrea is dead in the show. She's been dead for a long time. But that's why it's a different type of relationship Magna and Michonne have. It's very, very different. I would say they're not anywhere as close as they are in the show. And in the show, they're not even that close. But I'm just saying how close they might become, potentially. Animated Alex. Oh, and it's good. You were just referring to the back to the or other question you asked. Animated Alex. Was Magna a prisoner before the apocalypse? Yeah, in the TV show, that's what they revealed the first time we saw her. Because she had the prison tattoo. But in the comics, I don't think that was the case. I don't think there was anything like that in the comics. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I looked at Magna's first introduction and her story. But in the comics, I don't think she was a prisoner before the apocalypse. Or if she was, I don't think they revealed it. You know what I mean? Nova Jenks 75. I'm so excited for the skirmish that are going to happen with the Whisperers. Also, it looks like Alden might be in trouble due to some recent pictures being released. Yeah, I'm very excited for the second half of the season with the first interactions with the Whisperers and the introduction of some of the key characters from the Whisperer group. I'm very excited for that. I'm looking forward to a lot of that. And I hope they do it justice, bringing it from the comics, because that part of the story, the introduction of the Whisperers, is my favorite part of the series. Very close to being my favorite, but very close. It's not there yet. It's not there. But I will talk more about that when I'm doing my volumes ranked, because I do talk a lot about, the stories that are in each of the volumes and stuff. But I hope they bring that to life and they bring it, or they do it justice, because I loved what they did in the comics for that part. But what was your question, actually? Oh, yeah, Alden. I completely forgot about your question. Alden, yeah, Alden is definitely in trouble because there's a scene in the trailer. Alden and Luke are together and they're surrounded by Whisperers, it seems. And if they're translating from comic story to TV show story, it's very likely that they're going to get kidnapped. It happened a bit differently in the comics, and of course, it wasn't with those characters. Alden didn't even exist, or doesn't even exist in the comics, but it was with 2 other characters, but they ended up getting kidnapped by the Whisperers. So I think they're going to do the same thing. And yeah, the things are pointing towards them being captured. And it doesn't look good for Alden. I don't think he's going to die, though. I think for the time being, he's just going to be kidnapped. They are going to do their exchange. They're going to get Lydia. Of course, Lydia is the person that they're most likely going to bring back after their first altercation with the Whisperers. So they're going to give Lydia, one of the characters from the Whisperers camp, back to them. And then in return, they're going to get their prisoners back, who are most likely going to be Luke and Alden. So he's not going to die just yet, but in the long run, this second half, I am concerned for him. Nova Jinx 75, Ash, what do you think of Enid and Alden together? If the Whisperers killed Alden, then it seems like Enid can't keep a boyfriend without them dying. First Ron, Carl, and possibly Alden. Alden and Enid, that's an interesting one because I freaking thought Alden was a lot older than Enid. So a part of me was like, this is absolutely creepy. But maybe what they have planned or what they are thinking is maybe Alden is around 25-ish and Enid is like 21-ish, you know, 20 or something like that. So it definitely does make sense if you think about it that way, but the actual actor playing Alden is a lot older than Enid, which makes it creepy. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Enid and her boyfriends, you're absolutely right about that. If Alden does end up dying. Nova Jinx 75, let's hope that Angela Kang has the Whisper era come to a better end than the comics because their intro was amazing, but the ending was not as great as their intro. Yeah, I agree. With the Whisper story, everything was great up to and including parts of the actual conflict between them. And then once they actually got into the conflict, the actual war, then it faded away. Then the excitement went away. The story was underwhelming and it was rushed in a way. So I hope, like you say, Angela Kang does bring that part to justice that we love, which is the first part, and maybe do things that we don't expect but makes it interesting, but keep the key stuff in there. And then for the second part of the story, you know, change things. Maybe significantly to make it more exciting, more interesting. Animated Alex, it is funny that Jesus died around a graveyard. Yeah, that's funny. Well, it depends what you mean by funny. I mean, it's ironic, yeah. Nova Jinx 75. Also, I think Ezekiel will be in the lineup because I was rewatching season 8 and a savior pinned him down and said, "I would love your head on a pike." Very foreshadowing. Yeah, I remember that scene. It was with the weirdo savior. Yeah, I remember that. And when that happened, I think I mentioned it in my review or in my discussion somewhere where, yeah, that's definitely foreshadowing. I was feeling good about Ezekiel, but at this point, I don't know. I mean, they're making it seem like either Ezekiel or Carol is going to die, right? They're foreshadowing it for both. And it's just a matter of who they want to go with. I don't think they'll do both. But they'll do one or the other. But they want you to think it's going to be, or they want you to not to be able to say whether it's going to be one or the other. To, you know, give us that shock when we see it. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually make it seem like both disappear, both are nowhere to be found, and we think both might be dead. And then they reveal one is dead and the other will come back later. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. Nova Jinx 75. Carol and Diane from the trailer look like they're practicing shooting arrows instead of shooting whispers, the most people think. Yeah, that scene was weird because they don't have the actual arrows on the crossbows. Or the bow and arrow. They don't have the actual bow on the bow and arrow. So, yeah, that they are definitely practicing by the looks of it. If not that, then the editors did a terrible job because there's no bow. But yeah, I do agree with you. They're just practicing. They're not involved with the whispers just yet. Animated Alex, I hope it's not Carol. Could be, but it's weighted more towards Ezekiel. I think he has more chance of getting it than Carol does. Giuseppe De Rosa, I'm finally home, Ash. Glad you could join. Animated Alex, what happened to Rick's club? Rick's club. You mean Rick's axe? I don't remember him having a club. He had an axe. In the show, he had an axe, and I don't know what happened to it. It's probably at Alexandria. Nova Jig 75. Hey Ash, how do you think Maggie will react when she returns to Hilltop in season 10? Couple things. One, she'll probably react first to Jesus' death. Then she'll probably catch up on what's going on with the new threat. Then we might get more about the situation with Maggie and maybe the problems she might have had with different people during the time jump and what made her leave. You know, that could also be part of it. Animated Alex, he had a club in the first episode. Oh, I remember. You mean, yeah. The mace ball bat thing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, doesn't really matter at this point. It wasn't an iconic weapon, but he just got it this season. So it wasn't anything like, you know, what happened to it? Who's going to get it? It wasn't like that. But yeah, it's probably at Alexandria too. Giuseppe De Rosa, why do you think Maggie left the Hilltop? I did a standalone video on that, but just to keep it brief and short, I think the blame has a lot to do with it. She blames herself for what happened to Rick. Of course, Rick was in that place in the first, or was in that spot in the first place to end up dying but disappearing because he was going to stop Maggie. Maggie wanted to kill Negan. Maggie went there, had the chance to kill Negan, but realized that maybe this was the right decision. Maybe Rick was right. And then just after, when she has this kind of thing come to her that Rick is right and maybe I was wrong and this decision that I made was wrong, then Rick ends up dying. And it's a consequence of what Maggie did. And I think Maggie blames herself. And not only Maggie, Daryl as well. But I think Maggie more than Daryl. Maggie blames herself for what happened to Rick. She thinks Rick is dead. So she blames herself for Rick's death. And she can't stay at Hilltop knowing that she is the reason why Rick is dead. In her mind, which I somewhat agree with. And so I think it's because of that she just wanted an excuse to leave. And the excuse she found was to go find herself for Rick's death. Nova Jinx 75, it seems like Maggie would probably put the tension aside because it would not be a good idea to be fighting with Michonne while the Whisper War is happening. Yeah, that's absolutely true as well. But what I was saying is maybe we'll get more answers, a bit more. We will definitely get more answers in the second half, but I think we might get more and more answers about why Maggie left as we're dealing with the Whispers as well. Like flashbacks maybe, things like that. Or maybe discussion between Maggie and Michonne or whatever. Giuseppe De Rosa, wait, Maggie let Arad die, but not Negan. What? I think with Arad, it was different. With Arad, she understood what Cindy, Beatrice, and the other Oceanside were feeling. So she stepped away. She's like, I'll let you make the decision. I'm in no position to let you make a decision for you, because I was there and I know how much you want this. I want this as well. Because at that point, she still wanted to kill Negan. So she kind of stepped away, let Cindy do what she does. You know what I mean? And then during the scene with Negan, looking at Negan, seeing Negan's reaction really changed her mind. And, you know, it was at that point that she switched sides and didn't want to kill Negan anymore. If it was that Maggie who saw Negan's reaction come face to face with Cindy and the others during the execution of Arat, would she still have let them execute Arat? Maybe, but I think she would have resisted a bit more. She would have tried a bit more to stop them. Animated Alex, do you think Negan will help Daryl face off Beta? I think that's a strong possibility, and I'm doing a standalone video when I'm talking about that, but I think there's a strong possibility that could be true, and there's a lot of hints for it. And, you know, I'll get into those hints in my standalone video. Animated Alex, Sadiq, and Michonne. No, I don't see it. I mean, they're just friends at this point. If they get together, it'll be not only a bit weird, but also, I think, I don't know, there's no chemistry between them. I don't see it, you know what I mean? And I don't want Michonne to just move on like this very quickly. I know it's been 6 years, but it doesn't quite make sense. Even if she does it doesn't quite make sense with Sadiq. Animated Alex, Negan was their leader, that's why. Not sure what that means, like what that's referring to. If that relates to why Maggie didn't kill Negan but let Oceanside kill Arat, I already kind of discussed that, but I think if Maggie was put in the same spot, same position where she could have stopped Oceanside, and she had already interacted with Negan and had that kind of closure, she would probably act a little bit differently. Giuseppe Darosa, my predictions is Daryl is going to start winning in the fight against Beta in the beginning, and then he's going to get his ass beat, and then Negan will save him. Yeah, there's a strong possibility for sure. And I think at that point, what's going to happen is Beta is just going to go away, because as big as he is, as strong as he is, he can't fight two people. You know what I mean? So that's probably what's going to get him to just bail. But he most likely will get Daryl's knives, the 2 knives he has. Because for non-comic readers, that's Beta's signature weapon in the comics. He doesn't have it in the show, but Daryl has it. So he's just going to steal it off of Daryl. Animated Alex, yeah, maybe. Giuseppe Rosa, Beta versus Daryl will be like Hulk versus Thanos. LOL. Not really. Not really. I see why you think Beta is like Thanos, but Hulk? Daryl? Are you kidding me? More like Iron Man. More like Iron Man. Nova Jinx 75, Ash, what do you think of some of the new pictures released? Looks like Michonne will encounter more whispers. Yeah, I've seen them. I am planning on doing a standalone video on that. I'm breaking it down, but looks very interesting. Looks very interesting, actually. Nova Jinx 75, if Negan helps Daryl fight Beta, then he'll shoot Negan after the fight because Maggie's gone. Who will shoot Negan after the fight because Maggie is gone? I don't know what you mean there. Maggie didn't shoot Negan in the comics after Beta fought whoever, you know, is taking on Daryl. You know what I mean? Or whoever Daryl is taking on for that. They're remixing the story. Like, I don't know what you're referring to, but they're going to remix it, most likely. So it doesn't apply. Like, whatever happened in the comics is going to change a little bit. AJYT Abbott, hey Ash. Hey, how are you? AJYT Abbott, glad you could join. We are 31 minutes in. We'll go for 15 more minutes, and then we'll get into the draw for the names to pick a winner for the suggested video for next week. Giuseppe De Rosa, Michonne won't be with someone else because Rick is still alive, and they won't make her be with someone because when Rick comes back, it'll be awkward. Like Lori and Shane, lol. Yeah, I agree with you on that, but Rick is not coming back. They confirmed that he's not coming back to the show. So they could do it if they want to, but it's better for them not to. I truly believe that. AJYT Abbott, it's been 6 years and she still talks to Rick. Michonne hasn't gotten over Rick, and I don't think she will for a long time. Absolutely. What Michonne is feeling, or what the story they have for Michonne right now, is a lot like the story they have for Rick in the comics when the person Rick is with dies. And they've been with each other for a long time. When she dies in the comics, and I won't say who it is, so I won't spoil it for you if you don't know, but when she dies, Rick is devastated. He can't get over the death. Same thing applies to Michonne and Rick in this point, in the show, and they're just flipping it and remixing it. Giuseppe De Rosa, Ash, did you hear about the 2 returning characters for Fear? Yeah, Daniel Salazar and Troy Otto. Daniel Salazar, I understand. Not shocking one bit. But Troy Salazar, are you kidding me? Look at what happened to him the last time we saw him. How is he coming back? You know what I mean? And I am doing a standalone video on that where I will talk more about this. And the poll that I have on my Twitter is actually related to that. You can participate in my poll if you're interested. But I mean, it doesn't make sense. But the standalone video I have is more like me just, just saying how much this doesn't make sense, basically. But yeah, I've heard about that, and yeah, the Daniel part I get, but Troy, I don't get that at all. Giuseppe De Rosa, Hash, if I win again, I'm going to give my win away to someone. That's great, thank you. And he's saying that because last time someone else won and gave his win to Giuseppe. AJYT Abbott, how do you think Morgan and Rick would react to the whispers? Morgan, depends which Morgan you're talking about, because Morgan keeps flipping on us. Depends which Morgan. The I Life is Precious Morgan will probably not want to kill them, even though he understands they're twisted in the head and messed up. He probably wouldn't want to kill them still. In a way, the wolves were not as extreme, but they were kind of like the whispers. They were savages. Morgan didn't want to kill them. The Morgan that said all life is precious. If we're looking at the other Morgan, the killer Morgan, he would have messed them up. Good. Rick, on the other hand, would probably treat the whispers more or less the same way he treated Negan and the Saviors the first time around. But this time he would be more cautious, I would think. And he would be more calculated in his decisions, having that experience with Negan and the Saviors. But he would still want to just go and kill them all. Giuseppe De Rosa, is Negan the Thanos of The Walking Dead? Yeah, you could say that. I don't know that much about Thanos because I don't follow Marvel, DC, and like things like that. I'm not into that. But I know enough about Thanos to know that it does fit. Yeah. Giuseppe De Rosa, I strongly believe Rick will see the group again. Maybe, but they did say he won't. So did they just lie? Flat out lie? I don't know how I feel about that. Nova Jinx 75. With Alpha and some whispers arriving at Hilltop in the trailer, I wonder if Beta will be there or not. From the looks of it, seems like Beta won't be with Alpha talking to Daryl at Hilltop. Yeah, it seems like he won't be there. It's just going to be Alpha and other whispers. Animated Alex, bash half the universe. I don't know what that means. Coldplay, is Lydia a bad person as much as Beta and Alpha or nah? Now, Lydia is pretty interesting. Lydia is pretty interesting, and you know, her character is very cool and interesting in a way that she is not like the other Whispers. And in a way, she's just like any other teenager, you know what I mean? But no way that she's as bad as Beta or Alpha. They're a different type of messed up. And Lydia, you know, no, she doesn't really want to hurt anyone. On the other hand, Beta, Alpha, they're killers. That's what they are. And they're savages and they enjoy it. And they're also very different from Negan, because Negan has boundaries, morals. Beta, Alpha, they don't have morals. They don't have any characteristics that they follow. They don't have any rules. They just do what they want. As long as everyone follows them, you're free to do whatever you want. And yeah, that's what makes them different. Giuseppe Rosa, how the hell is, or how is Troy coming back? That man got hit twice with a damn hammer. Abso-freaking-lutely. And I talk about that in the video I'm gonna do. And I have an image showing what Troy looked like the last time we saw him. His head is caved in. There's a big gash. He survived that? How? You know what I mean? AJYT Abbott, not gonna get off on the rant, but how the hell is Troy alive? Even if he survived the hammer, the flood and the dam collapsing would presumably have killed him for sure. Oh well, very interested. Yeah, very interested, and in a way, if he is really coming back and it's not in like an Al tape, which could happen, would it be a lie on their end? Yes, because he's not coming back. He's just going to appear. You know what I mean? But if that's not the case, if he's truly coming back, then this is a desperate move by Fear the Walking Dead. A desperate move. Nova Jinx 75. Lydia from the trailer looks like she tried to convince Daryl to join the Whisperers. Did she do this in the comics, trying to convince whoever was talking to her to join the Whisperers? Yes and no. Yes, she tried to recruit people a little bit, but at some point, she caved and she told the person that she was talking to what she was really feeling. Giuseppe De Rosa, maybe Daniel saved Troy, you never know. Even if he saved him, look at his head. It was caved in. It was bleeding. There was a gash. How is he going to survive that? Did Daniel heal him? Was he a doctor? It's just not realistic whatsoever. It's a big stretch. Giuseppe De Rosa, Beta versus Simon. Oh, Beta all the way. As bad as Simon was, Beta can kick his ass. Animated Alex Trevor. Trevor and Beta. One-on-one, I would say still Beta. But if Trevor has his guns, Trevor. Giuseppe De Rosa, I don't think I'll ever love his show as much as The Walking Dead. Yes, that's true. I feel the same way. And Animated Alex does as well. Nova Jinx 75, from the most recent pictures released, it looks like Lydia might not even be in the graveyard. Some people are alluding to Lydia being discovered where Aaron, Daryl, and Jesus found Eugene. I also thought that, and even in my breakdown of the trailer, I said that's what it is, but it doesn't have to be. It could or could not be. But I agree with you, there's a chance that, you know, she could be in a different spot and they just find her coming back. Dylan Scott, howdy, hi, how are you? Glad you could join. Animated Alex, at this point, just one thing, 5 more minutes for rapid fire Q&A, and then we'll jump into the drawing the name, and then I'll finish the stream here because I do have to get to something else, and I do really want to do the video I missed from yesterday tonight, if I get to it. Animated Alex, at this point, they're trying hard to keep Fear alive. I agree with you 100%. It's a desperate move. Giuseppe De Rosa, imagine Ash during Walking Dead season 40. He will be old. Welcome to Q&A number 70,000. Could be. I didn't do a count, but would it be 70,000 at season 40? Maybe. Who has enough time in their life to actually calculate it to see if that's true? I hope no one has that much time on their hands to do that. Giuseppe De Rosa, Ash, whenever you need some help with the channel, just hit me up. Thank you, I really appreciate it, man. Nova Jenks 75. I wonder if Lydia will reveal the emotional and physical abuse that her mother put her through instead of Alpha revealing it through a conversation with Negan. I think in the comics they did both, a bit of both. So I think they're going to do the same thing probably. Coldplay if Henry dies, but it's mostly going to be through Alpha. And maybe Lydia's going to mention it, but she's not going to go in detail. But again, it means more coming from Lydia herself. In the comics, I don't remember. I think in the comics, Lydia actually flat out said it. And Alpha kind of, or Negan saw things, and Alpha said things that made Negan see what it could possibly be. But I think most of it came from Lydia herself in the comics. And I definitely think that makes it more impactful. And I hope that they do the same thing in the show. Coldplay, if Henry dies, Carol is going to lose her mind. Yeah, absolutely. It's another Sophia moment all over again. But think of it. Sophia's death made Carol into this badass. Henry's death, who knows where Carol could go from that point. She might become a Negan. You know what I mean? She might lose her mind and just say, whatever, I just want to kill everyone. You know what I mean? Giuseppe De Rosa, Wolves versus Terminus. Terminus were more calculated. Wolves were just savages. And, you know, they didn't have any rule. They didn't have any calculated decisions. They just did whatever. Giuseppe De Rosa, who's the worst Walking Dead villain? Worst Walking Dead villain would have to be Dawn from the hospital community. The person that killed Beth. All right, we'll go for one more minute of rapid fire Q&A, and that'll be it. Giuseppe De Rosa, I like the Wolves because it shows how messed up people have become. Yeah, absolutely, but they weren't the best villain. Animated Alex, Wolves versus Terminus versus Vultures. Vultures from Fear. Vultures were, or Terminus. Actually, that's tough. Wolves are last for sure, but Terminus and Vultures, I would say Terminus first, then Vultures. Because Vultures just sit there and wait for you to die. That's not much of a tactic. Where termites come and try to kill you and then eat you. Nova Jinx 75. It would be much better if Henry lost both Ezekiel and Carol than Carol losing Henry, because it would be much more to take in with losing both parents. That would be too much. I think that would be too much of a remix and too big. I think they're just going to play it safe and just kill Ezekiel. Animated Alex, the female officer. Yeah, that's who Dawn was, yeah. Alright, that's basically it. Let me do this draw now. And whoever wins can suggest a video for next week. I'm going to share my screen, or this part of the screen, so you guys can see. That's not it. Let me see where this thing was. Let me add it. Window capture. There we go. All right, there it is. All right. So let's do this. So I have all the names. Let me see if I'm missing anyone. No, that should be it. There were some more questions coming in, but yeah. I'll get to some of the last questions or last comments that you have, but let's just do a pick right now. There we go. Pick. Animated Alex, you are the winner. And you can, in the next couple of minutes while we're talking, suggest a video for next week. For suggested video, a topic for next week. Congratulations, Animated Alex. Now it's your turn to let me know what your suggestion is. And you have like a couple minutes while I answer last couple of questions here. Giuseppe De Rosa. Commonwealth versus Alexandria, Saviors, Hilltop Kingdom, Woodbury, Terminus, Wolves, Hospital People, and the Vados Gang. That's a loaded question. Commonwealth, because they have a lot more people and a lot more resources and more soldiers. Nova Jinx 75, Ash, do you think Tara will be killed by the Whisperers? If not in the lineup, then maybe in a skirmish with them. Yeah, possibly. I don't think she'll live to see mid-season 10. Let's say that. So either this half of the season they're going to kill her, or season 10, first half, they're going to kill her. But her days are definitely numbered. King Ken 214, oh my god, hi. Hi, how are you? Glad you could join. So sorry, no worries. Glad you're here. We're almost done, but glad you could join. Giuseppe Doza, King Ken, did you change your name? You look familiar. Yeah, I think it was King Ken something else. King Ken 214, no, don't end the stream. Well, the good news is I'm going to end the stream, and that'll give me some time to do what I need to do, and maybe have some time to do the video that I missed for yesterday. So you're getting more content this way tonight. Giuseppe De Rosa, congrats, my dude. Yeah, congratulations. Animated Alex, you know, we're waiting for your suggestion here. King Ken 214, I don't have to be in poll. Which poll? The name, drawing the name? Unfortunately, you joined a little bit late. I was doing it anyway. But yeah, maybe next time. King Ken 214, my brother had something at school. My mom made me go. No, don't worry. We're going to have another live stream Q&A Sunday. And, you know, next Friday night again. The next one that you can participate in for the suggested video challenge. Animated Alex, make a video if Rick came back to the show. What will the reunion be like? That's a good one. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about. Let's actually change that a little bit and not make it as specific. Let's say, what if Rick came back, and not only how he's going to reunite with others and how everyone's going to react, but also, how will he deal with the Whisperers? Let's make it more interesting that way. How would Rick deal with the Whisperers? That could be a good one. And yeah, I will definitely add the reunion part of it as well, because you have that in there. Nova Jinx 75, in my opinion, if Tara were to die, I think it would be better to do it when Maggie returns. Better to do it to shock everyone by having the Whisperers kill Tara while she's talking with Maggie. Yes and no. I mean, yes, because that would be more interesting and more shocking, but no, because they need to have some characters we recognize in the lineup. And at this point, Tara is a very strong candidate for that. Giuseppe De Rosa, who won before me? Who won before you? I don't remember, actually. I don't remember. I think it was... who was it? You can check it out, actually. In the actual suggested video that I have, I say who the winner is. I'll find a link to that video and put it on the chat here so you can check it out. But at the start of start of the video, I think I do say who won that. I'm drawing a blank on the name right now, but I'll leave a link to the video here, and I do mention who it is in there. Let me see, where is it? Come on. I know it's here somewhere. There we go. Copy link. There we go. So that's the very first one. So go there and check out who won. I don't remember. I probably should, but I don't. King Ken 214, will the show get caught up to the comics? With the pacing, probably not, but maybe. But I don't think so. Giuseppe De Rosa, awesome, Alex. Yeah, that was a very good topic, and, you know, it made me think of a topic that we can add on to it, which was great. Anime Deluxe, you're welcome. King Ken 214, me. I don't know what that was. King Ken 214, I am King the God, I changed my name. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Nova Jinx 75, I wonder if Judith is going to end up killing some Whisperers once the war starts. Yeah, probably she will. Where is she, by the way? Where is she? Giuseppe De Rosa, gotta go, Ash. I'll be back Sunday. Thank you, I appreciate it. Awesome Ken. Yeah. Oh yeah, Awesome Ken. That's who it was. Caesar R. Hitters. Sup Sadiq. I get that a lot. People say I look like Sadiq. I don't see it, but yeah. Thank you for joining. Caesar R. Hitters, but we're about to end here. Maybe I'll wait 5 minutes. 5 more minutes of rapid fire Q&A, and that'll be the end. King Ken 214, I won before the Rosa. Yeah, that's what it was. You changed your name. That's why probably I was confused. Yeah, you won the first one. Giuseppe Rosa, what if someone suggested a stupid video like what if Tara and Merle got together? Then that'll be too bad. That'll be a very quick video for me because I'll just be like, it sucks. I won't be that mean. I'll talk a little bit, but I'll say that that's not a very good topic. Caesar, our hitters, please Sadiq, don't leave us. Doc. Stop calling me Sadiq, man. I'm just kidding. You can call me Sadiq if you want. Whatever. Let's see if anyone participated in the poll that I have on Twitter. The link is in the description. I don't think anyone did. Nope, no one has participated yet. Alright, we're going to shut this thing down here, guys. Giuseppe Rosa, how about a 3-hour video? LOL. No, that's way too long, man. That's way too long. I don't think anyone's going to want a 3-hour video, honestly. Alright, that's it. Thank you, everyone. Let's see one more. Giuseppe Rosa, what if someone suggested a video like just stare at the camera for 10 minutes? Then that would be the most effortless video I would have ever made in my life. Just looking at the camera for 10 minutes. Caesar R. Hitters, you and Michonne, Sadiq. I don't know what to say anymore. Alright, thank you everyone for joining and asking questions. I appreciate it. Congrats to Animated Alex again for winning and suggesting a video. Stay tuned for that video next week and also the other videos that are going to be coming up. I promise I will do my best to do videos when I say I will do them. Things just came up this week and videos just kept getting pushed back, but I'll try to make or release videos on the days they're supposed to be released for next week and after that. But yeah, thank you everyone for participating. I'll see you guys soon.